Hello everyone, welcome to the end of the 2039 to 2040 season with Titus Pétange. We've had a little bit of a break. He's back. He's not won the Champions League, sadly. A shock exit in the first knockout round to Benfica, and it was very shock. Let's go here to the second leg. Yep, the loss, 2-1 loss. You can see stats-wise, we're all over them. But also, we didn't really put that much XG. It didn't trouble the goalkeeper as much as we should have. Okay, so unfortunately, sometimes it happens like that. But we got so many good things to look forward to. First off, the trophies. We've won the league. We've been undefeated. Shout outs to Una Strazen, the only team that took points off us. Liverpool, we beat them in the Super Cup, smashed them. They're not the side that they were 10 years ago, as their star players aged and they couldn't recruit properly. And in the Luxembourg Cup final, we beat Racing Luxembourg by 3-0. So, yep. Shining hope for the future, and this is also shining hope for the future. And the reason why I've decided to record this instead of like a kind of dead Luxembourg Cup final, let's have a look at these 5 signings that we've just confirmed, because we didn't transfer that many players last season. This season, however, we've put a lot of money towards maybe future stars, future wonder kids. Let's see if any of these become very, very decent. So, first time that we're going to see all of these is Ajin Mamutovic, like the proper potentials, I would call them. Of course, you get your potentials from your scouts, but I trust my head of youth development far more. And Mamutovic has turned out to be a 4.5-star left back, so that doesn't look too bad. Mengo's a really interesting prospect, and his potential is 4.5-star. Lovely. So this was a very, very late report. I would say like maybe mid-April where we got the report on Mengo. He's a 4.5-star player. I was like, okay, clicked on him. That wheel for an 18-year-old midfielder is glorious. Really well-rounded. I was very impressed, and his potential has stayed at 4.5 stars. Excellent. Now then, I did say that I was putting a lot into the future, and Mogstreet went on to Mario Mbalo, who was a Porto player before we signed him up for £20.5 million. And he reminds me a lot of Kevin O'Halloran when he came to the club. Didn't really have the speed in him, and we can train that up. If we can do it to Kevin O'Halloran, we can do it to Mbalo. Okay, so that's a good little signing. He's got to be a world-class player, you'd think. Linus Kvist. He is a Swedish. We went shopping in Porto, I tell you. £12 million from the Portuguese outfit. And a defensive-minded midfielder. We need midfielders. We also need left-backs for the future, because I think Renato is running out of time. Not saying he's a bad player. What I am saying is that he's 25 years old now. We got Birkgaard, who is kind of really raring to go. He's ready for first-team football. He's ready to play left-back for us. And he's like, look, Renato, good wing-back, but Champions League winning wing-back. I mean, he's got 2 Champions League wins, but he's not as impressive as our other wing-backs that we've had in our save. He's got a slight bit more to grow, but at 25, he's lost time. Also, someone that's lost time. I did say Beardmore needed a good season without any injuries. He got a big hip injury. He's out. His contract expires this summer, so we won't be seeing any of him after this. But you'll see more of the transfer goings, ins and outs this summer from the next episode onwards, okay? So there's Linus Quist, max potential, good. And even though I didn't really want to do it, Jan Nielsen comes in from Copenhagen. Copenhagen have a little knack of messing us about, and I think this might be another one because he was 5 stars and now he's dropped to 4.5 stars. I do like that wheel though. A slightly more attacking slightly more attacking central midfielder, probably a Mazzola type of deal. So you've got like defensive and attacking. You've got a striker that could also turn into a winger maybe. What's his crossing stat like? His crossing stat's 18, so I'd have to have work on that. Mengo, this really nicely rounded midfielder, and then a left back that we needed. There's another left back coming in shortly, this wonderfully named Ulysses. So big thumbs up to that. Yeah, that is wicked. Diego Neto, Mexican midfielder. His contract expiring with us. He's on loan at Querétaro, whatever this place is. He's on loan to them at the moment, and then he will be moving to Porto. Us and Porto have got some kind of link going on. And then let's have a look at the transfer history. I don't actually know where we were the last time we did an episode. There's been a live stream since. First time I've ever live streamed this save. Since I've really got back into Football Manager in terms of making content on YouTube. It must have been about 4 years ago the last time I streamed Football Manager, but it was wicked, and I'm sure we're going to do it occasionally from now on. But it was a spur of the moment thing, and I don't have it saved up. I just wasn't even recording it, but a lot of people enjoyed it, so why not make it a thing? Change that to fees. Just double check on everything. I remember talking about Kunders, but we'll go Sergio Albano, who's just finished his first proper season with us. He actually came on as a sub against Benfica. I was a bit worried, because obviously he's not as good as our other two big-time midfielders, Suchan and Dodig. But, he held his own, I guess. We were just really, really fucking unlucky. Still maximum potential with him. I think we'd gone through all of the outs. Julian Schriff is now preparing himself for a Champions League final, so congratulations to him. Mad vision on the lad. Mad vision, crazy vision on him. And Rangers, yeah, of course, Rangers went to Liverpool because he just did not like the big matches. All right, so it moves it on to this season. And we had Quattrocchi, who's at Levante. And he's still growing quite nicely to say he's only a 4-star player. Right-footed, sadly. Or if he was left-footed, I might have even developed him as a left-back. But he is not left-footed. His left foot is very weak, so maybe he hasn't even been developed on his weak foot yet. That might be something that we need to consider. Maybe he gets really strong on his left foot. I very much doubt it. Andriy Sachko, a Ukrainian striker. Not really pulling up any trees at the moment, £850,000. Xabi Azpura, a perfectionist winger at 5'7", maximum potential. I think his speed, vision, and physical have slightly increased this year, but he needs to get going very quickly. And then recently, the session that I've had today, Ismail Dargo. Is this another one from Porto? Bro, I'm telling you, Porto are laughing with the amount of money that we're giving them. Porto have been developing some cracking players, and this Ismail Dargo guy is a right-footed winger. Of course, we've got Paradiso, but this is backup. Another option as backup. It looks very good. Maximum potential. Ivory Coast. £27 million. But we had the money. This was a cracking find. Of the top 50 Wonder Kids, Michael Martinez, Atletico Madrid. We spent £3 million on him. He was on the top 50. We scouted him. They said, look, we got a release clause of £3 million, and that immediately triggered it. I was like, if we pay £3 million for him, we can shove his wage so up, inflate his wage massively, so he has no choice but to accept us because there's so much money available to him. That's exactly what we did. His wage went up from like 10k to 23k, and he's a five-star player. And these are the players that we've just signed in. So I'll give you the details of the transfers. Mamatovic is 1 million. Mengo is 12.5. Mbalo is 20.5. Linus Quist is 12 million. And Jan Nielsen is 12.5. We didn't have that much money available to us. I think we had about 50, around 50. Some of this were deals for the future, investments for the future. I've lost the name. Installments coming in, which amount to about 20 extra million over the next year, which will be fine. We got so many good players at this club. We can start investing. If we can see the right players at the right amount of money, invest till your heart's content. I would like to have got a couple of German midfielders yet again. German midfielders being talked about, but their release clauses get pushed up, and then like Borussia Dortmund wanted 30 million for a guy called Rodwell, I think. No, not Jack Rodwell, obviously. Aaron Rodwell, who I like the look of. It looked like his transfer value was around nine-ish million pounds. No, they want about 30 for him now. So that's one that's got away if he actually turns into a good player. Or if we can get him for a cut price at some point, maybe he's not going to get away after all. There has been a lot of wage increases. Kevin O'Halloran is the top paid player along with Mattia Dodig. Just trying to keep everybody pleased. With a lot of money being splashed out now, Albano is the lowest earner if you take out Osorio, who's like the kind of just filling goalkeeper, really, just to make sure that the more talented goalkeepers have chance to get out of here. As for under 23s for next season, we'll just have to wait and see how they come back. Oh, Rob Brain's gone to 4.5 stars potential. 25. Jesus Christ, I think he's improved. Wow, he looks like he's improved. About time. We've had him for a while, but I think that wheel has improved. All right. Maybe he will be very, very useful for us next season. That's good. Yeah, we'll just have to assess, and we don't really want players rotting on the bench, rotting just completely out of mind. We'd like them even if we weren't getting any wages back, just for them to play all season. That seems to be working out. Even though it's a costly thing, it's very effective. So let's see. Also, since we're here, one extra thing. Fuck Nick Madden. Fuck him. I tried to get him from Hearts. I just nearly wiped the mic. I'm sorry if you heard that. I tried to get him from Hearts and he's transferred to Man City instead. So fuck him. Hopefully he doesn't become a good player, or else I'll be a bit annoyed. But we have thrown a lot of money at this, and that was really exciting, just seeing the potentials of them. It is the best bit of a long-term series, trying to get them young players in, developing them as much as possible, whether it be loans or substitution appearances. It's just it's so cool to see. All right. Anything else to say? If I haven't said it already, we just had that little screen that shows you the end of season review. 22,000 shirts sold. 22,000 with a £10 million merchandise in, yeah, whatever. Yeah, 10 million in merchandise and 22,000 shirts sold is a far cry from where we started. We weren't even really getting figures for shirt sales at the start of this save. Cool. See you next time for season 20, I think. Nice. Hang on a second, because we didn't document everything like important this season. Let's go to the player stats. I know a lot of people like that. Leffinger's best return, 81 goals, which makes him the club's all-time league goal scorer. I don't know why they don't have the record for just all-time goals, full stop. It's league for some reason, but it's 266 goals in the league after just the most ridiculous season of goals there, 81, which is like near enough 20 from his last best return. I think his last best was like 63 goals, so 18 above that. Ridiculous. Even more ridiculous, I guess, Andres Paradiso's highest average rating, right? This is an average through the entire year. 9.14. He was averaging 9.14 this season. It is a ridiculous stat. Andres Paradiso, most assists, and it takes me off to the world. I don't know how I missed this. Maybe because it was in the live stream that I completely forgot about it. But the Ballon d'Or was won by Leffinger over Paradiso. Personally think that's a bad call, but it's up to them. The two South Americans battling out at the top. I disagree with world football there. I think Paradiso is the best on the planet right now. Balkaya, best pass completion. Yes, cool. If we go into the transfers, what I did miss was transfer history outbound Fabian Varela going to Porto. That was at the start of the season with 7.5 million, 6.75 million for Luis Garcia. I don't know why Real Madrid would want him. Maybe they see something in him. And then Jerome Almeida, who was the last real big prospect coming out of the youth academy about 4 years ago now. Something, I think, feels like a long time ago. Just hasn't improved. And that means that he's been shifted to Jeunesse de Esch. The others were frees from the start of the season, which we must have covered, and then loans just to improve players. And that is your lot now. I am done here. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you next season. Bye-bye.